Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Ooh, child. Great risings, y'all. And there's eclipse and Sagittarius. And that is moi. I'm a Sagittarian. Ooh, a dizzy Sagittarian, y'all. Great rises. Oh, I'm going to take care of this. What happened to the thing on the side here? I don't like to see my great risings swamping. Okay, y'all, I am as dizzy as hell. But I remember, and I think I told y'all this in one of the walks, there's something called, and I'm using water, cold water. There's something called muscle memory. The example that I saw that made me get a greater understanding of muscle memory. Good morning, Canada. Good morning, everybody. Come walk with me. If we were physically walking, I'd have to have somebody lock arms with me on the right and the left. Because I'd be in the middle spinning. But this muscle memory, I saw it when on one of the true crimes, something on ID a long time ago, where I'm gonna take a chance to see if I can take this off. I was gonna put the fan on and have it like blowing on me, but I didn't do that. But I have cold water, and here we are. Voila! Okay. And someone had come in and attacked him and his wife. I think with a hatchet or maybe shot. Something was in the head. Like real bad. And at 5:30, he was up out of bed. They could follow like the trails of blood and different things. And he went in the bathroom. They don't know what he did in the bathroom, but he went in there. He walked outside and picked up his mail. Yes, he did. He picked up his mail, came inside, and sat down at the kitchen table, and that's where they found him. So, there's muscle memory. And I have muscle memory. And that's what I'm running off of right now. I've been doing this so far. It'll be 6 months, starting on the 6th month next month. So, dizzy or no, I know how to get to the basement. I tagged all of y'all. Great risings. And I'm walking. Now, I'm not going to do the fast walk. And I'm not going to do the weights. But we're walking. And if I'm 100 and I got muscles, they'll remember and I'll walk. So one thing about this, I'm telling you, I'm fine. That's why I love my body. I have to say it. This is what I say to myself. I'm sharing with y'all. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I say that in my head all the time because of situations like this. So, I went to the urgent care, and my ears are clear. I'm trying to tell you, I did have an ear infection as well, but I know how to cure myself. So that was good for me because I took care of it. But she said the other thing has to be done by the dentist. So I said, yeah. I said, it should have been taken out before the coronavirus. I said, but then I was hit with a shock that the antibiotics that they had told me for over 25 years I needed for a dentist to even look at my teeth, I was told before coronavirus, and this tooth needed to be, it could have been treated. I wouldn't have had to lose it. But I was in such a shock when she said, oh, you don't have to pre-medicate anymore. So this doctor at urgent care, she laughed like a little giggle. She said, yes, yes, that happened a few years ago, yes. They found out they were over-medicating you. This is, if she continues. And they found out that not every, oh, we're over 5 minutes, y'all. Not every heartburn or heart condition needed it. This is how I was. I was just scared of that. All I think about is all the times I was sick as a freaking dog. The day of the dentist appointment, from all those antibiotics. A week after the dental appointment, I am still sick as a damn dog. And all I had was my teeth cleaned. Because I used to go twice a year to get my teeth cleaned. Because I had no problem with dentists, and there's nothing wrong with my heart. And then somewhere in my late 20s, early 30s, I was hit with this, the antibiotics. So you know I didn't go to get my teeth cleaned twice a year. That wasn't happening. I went once a year. Yeah, I dreaded going because not pulling teeth was the problem. It used to be that, oh, I hate the drilling, oh, I hate the digging. When they used to give you fillings and stuff like that, but they get more money from root canals than from a filling, so they started doing root canals. Only if you had state, basically they did filling, because the state required to prove why you would need a root canal, and they wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm watching her, I'm going, back in urgent care, and I'm looking at the doctor, and she says, so I said to her, yes, that's all fine and well, but what about us? What about the patients that you duped for all those years? I'm not talking about a 2-year scam or a 3-year scam. How the hell you over-medicate millions unnecessarily for over 20 years? In my case, it's over 25 fucking years. That's not a oopsie. That's a goddamn intent. I don't say that to her. I just look at her. She said, well, you're fine. Your breathing's fine. Of course, by then, every time I walk into the doctor's office, I could have low blood pressure and it'd be high by the time they get there. Or by the time I walk in the building. Or such high alert. Because you see, when they started that medication for the dentist, you had to have a primary care physician. And he did the prescriptions first. And he would give you enough antibiotics to last 2 goddamn weeks. Then they started allowing the dentists to prescribe the medication. And then the pharmaceutical company came out with this pack of 1, 2, 3. You take this one an hour before you go to the dentist. You take this one before you walk into the dentist's door. And then you take this one after the dentist or some shit like that. But it was a 3-pack. And I would walk around with a horse's, you know how the horse used to get the oat? I would walk around literally shoveling with hanging from me, eating, because it made me so nauseous, the antibiotics. It made me so sick. And we got 10 minutes already. And I would say to myself, why? Why do I have to take all this medicine for a tooth cleaning? I can understand an extraction. I can understand those costly root canals that everybody don't really need, but the dentists want the money. I can understand that. But I didn't understand all those antibiotics being shoved in me. And my body is saying, you're killing me. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And then another reason why I'm walking, what a testament to my body. Because literally, they just found out damn near 25, close to 30 years later, that they was over-medicating people who had heart conditions every time they went to the every time they went to the dentist. Here's another one you're like, because she laughs at me. I said, I went to the doctor's office, never forget it, because I couldn't understand why I needed to take all those antibiotics. I went to the doctors 100 times before that antibiotic ban if you got a heart murmur. And I was born with one. Trust me. Okay. So, believe it or not, it's genetics. But I cut that stuff off. That's why I married me an African strong man, and I had a strong baby, honey. I cut that. I saw that gene, and I cut that gene right out. Okay? I was not passing that on to my daughter. My father passed it on to me, but I don't know if it's a father-to-daughter thing or a daughter-to-mother thing. Because my mother's not here for me to ask. And like I said, my sisters and them, they have no memory of anything that's of consequence to me. So, I said to the dentist, she screamed at me. I went in there and she picked up my chart and she said, oh, are you pre-medicated? And I was like, I just want to see just take the x-rays and let me know what's going on with my... And I said, no. She said, get out of my chair. Get out of my office. You know you're supposed to be pre-medicated before you come in here. I could lose my license. I could touch you, you could die. And she, embarrassed me. I ran out there like I don't know, cursed her mama or something, tried to steal the money from the till, something. I left there knowing that I would never make that mistake again. And the thing that got me with that doctor in urgent care, she was chuckling at me. She was like, this is a scam, sis. This whole overdosing yourself, because I couldn't understand. When it first started, the doctor would give you a prescription. He would give you a 2 weeks prescription. So now I'm thinking, and you took it to the end for a dental cleaning. I couldn't understand. I was like, But I'm a black woman. They said I didn't know anything. That's a white man. He know. Yeah, I'm being overdosed. I feel it all through my body. But he said that if I don't take that, and if the bacteria from my teeth go down to my heart, I'm going to die in the chair. He could kill me, he said. And then they came back and said, you know those antibiotics. Me and the dentist, we were all sitting down. It's funny, I'll tell you about it. We were sitting down about 30 years ago, and we said, we can make some money. And then we called physicians and we called the physicians in, and the physicians sat down with us, the dentists, and we said, we need some money. What we gonna do? And then the doctors brought in the pharmaceutical companies. This is what I felt like the urgent care doctor was saying to me yesterday. And then they all sat down and they said, well, this is what we're going to do. There's a little boy that died in the dentist's chair from getting his teeth cleaned. So what we're going to do is, we're going to say that if you have a heart condition, a heart murmur, something like that, you got to go to your doctor before you go to your dentist. And then the doctor will give you a huge dose of antibiotics, and he'll tell you that you need that if you go to the dentist because you can die. And then you go to the dentist, so that means that the appointments for the dentist will be more. I know I'm over 15 now. We walking through, because if I stop and get off, my muscle memory remember to pack everything up and go upstairs. And I'm running on muscle memory right now. So we just gonna walk through it. But if y'all have to get off and get water and stuff like that, go for it. But I got a muscle memory plow straight on through. Because my head is going woo, 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 woo. But my body got it all together. So they sat down and they planned what to do. So then you had to go to the doctor before you went to the dentist. And you went to the doctor and he gave you this colossal prescription for antibiotics. And then you went to the dentist. And then maybe 10 or 15 years in, you didn't have to go to the doctor anymore. The dentist could prescribe it for you, maybe 10 years in, 35. I know at some point. And like I said, they had the full over packets and stuff. I can't even tell you. I cannot even tell you. So, that's what she told me. She told me that it was a con. Not from her mouth, but even the one, my dentist who told me, it was a con. You had to pay all those antibiotics of the pharmaceutical companies, just like they found out from the OxyContin companies, how the doctors and the OxyContin people got together and made all these opioid addicts. So I was caught up in the great dentist scam, the con, perpetuated by the pharmaceutical companies, the physicians, and the dentists, to poison millions of patients who have heart irregularities. Back then, any heart irregularity, you had to take lethal doses. And that's what I couldn't understand. A lethal dose of antibiotics? Why? Why? Why would you do that? What? But I guess the Oxycontin, my dear friend, Johanna, I told you about, we met dog walking. Her husband was a tree person, fell out of a tree a few times, and didn't have money, so they would go to the doctor. And the doctor would, they were on state, so they couldn't get Oxycontin. They got the cousin, Oxycontin stepfather, Oxycontin ex-wife, but they wouldn't give him Oxycontin. And then after so many years, his disability came through. And he got this huge thing of money, but he got Medicare. So when he had state, you go to state places. But when you got Medicare, you hit the big doctors. And within I guess the same day they said, okay, you got Medicare, he went and got himself a prescription for Oxycontin from a doctor. And Johanna didn't find out to so much later, after he had passed, all the places that he had stashed the Oxycontin, because that's how many prescriptions he was racking up. And he died from an Oxycontin overdose. But this is the way the affluent community worked. He was just taken to the funeral parlor. There's no medical listing that this is what he died from. I think Johanna said they came in, allegedly. But I'm telling you, Johanna spoke to me, this is what she told me. That she had had a disagreement with him in reference to the Oxycontin and him drinking. And she went outside. When she came back, he was sitting there dead, with a can of beer in his hand on the couch. I wished that Johanna would sue them. I wanted her to sue Oxycontin. I wanted her to sue. I wanted her to sue for killing her husband. Because, see, the state never gave him Oxycontin. Gave him, as I said, Oxycontin stepdaughter, Oxycontin fourth cousin removed, but never gave him no Oxycontin. State wasn't paying for that. And the first thing he did was run around the doctors and collect Oxycontin prescriptions. So now I'm here. We've got to go to the dentist now. Got to go get a new batch of antibiotics to take care of the infection. Like I said, that's basically in this tooth area to my throat and maybe beyond, I don't know, to the ear. It could be something back there. And I know my dentist, she has an extraction doctor that comes in. So then they set up an extraction appointment for you and you come in and have the tooth removed. But if it wasn't for them, squeeze your cut. I had to squeeze my gut, honey. Whew. If it wasn't for them running a scam on us with the pharmaceutical companies and the doctors and the dentists, saying we had to take all this antibiotics, I'd have been going twice a year, like regular. My daughter, she can tell you, her teeth are perfect. We did dentists twice a year. But when they hit me with that dose of antibiotics, it rocked my world. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, go to the dentist, get your tooth cleaned, be sick for 2 weeks, or skip it. So then, twice a year, when I say every 2 weeks, twice a year. And then they switched it. You didn't have to go to the dentist twice a year. You go once a year. It's like the states were battling against the dentists, like they saw the scam. They ran just a big scam on us. Antibiotic scam. And just the way she said, oh, I'm talking about the urgent care doctor. It's so funny when you were here. They were over medicating y'all. oh, so funny. And I'm staring at her like this. So funny, I didn't forget to laugh. I'm just not laughing. Girl. Yeah. Okay. So don't talk about my... oh, you know the doctor? You know the doctor? Then what the doctor did here? Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me, y'all. I'm going to put my hands up. Give me a minute. So, child, the great scam. The great scam on us. Like I was sitting there minding my business, just going to the little dentist. They must have did some kind of evaluation and found out that mostly minorities have heart murmur. So they said, oh, we ain't really hurting white people. I'm not saying this happened, but in my mind, because I know how they are. Said, oh, the doctor tell you to do this. And then the doctor said, he cares. He don't give a damn. He just spent all his time over-medicating me and knowing it. But I guess the pharmaceutical company gives kickbacks. So as long as he gets a kickback, he don't give a damn about me. The great antibiotic scam. And that's the way she looked at me when I said, the dentist ran me out the office like, oh, it wasn't that serious. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, it was that serious back then. Because for some reason, y'all said we could die. Not in all cases, but in 99.99999 of a... I can't even sing our song, y'all. Our walk is almost up. And I gotta go to the dentist at 11, so... I tell you. I wish I could do a class action suit. I wish I could do something, but I'm old black raisin, and it don't work like that. But don't talk to me about trusting doctors and going to doctors. I want to get this tooth pulled and any other tooth that you see disease while I'm taking this antibiotics for it. If y'all see me, I may be walking in a mask for a while until I sort everything out. But damn it, while I'm taking these antibiotics, pull it. I'm getting out of your con. I think this is our walk. Yep. I'm getting out of the con. I know they've shut the con down, but still. Anyway, y'all, thanks for your support for walking with me. I'll see you tomorrow, YouTube.